talk endlessly about how good we are, but you have to resist the urge to do so. Proclaiming your high status by posting videos of your G-Wagon and multi-million-dollar home ironically does the opposite of what
all I see in this is just like, look at my big lonely apartment.
By posting videos of your G-Wagon and
I mean, that's me right now. Actually, no, that's me. I'm lonely right now. But you see this? This actually means I have friends. These little words coming up on the screen here. This is just a guy on his bike being alone. So who's winning, huh? Probably him, because he's got like 200 mil.
multi-million-dollar home ironically does the opposite of what you want it to, as your audience doesn't want to follow someone that needs to be validated in any way, shape, or form. The second problem is a little harder to solve, as it requires either more sacrifice or time, and I could be wrong altogether with this second problem because I'm not sure what kind of numbers your other businesses are doing, but your focus is clearly fragmented, or maybe you have too many things to focus on. You claim to have between 50 and 100.
Yeah, I talked to a couple Minecrafters about the Skeppy video. Apparently it wasn't a well done video.
Well, on that bike looks like the kid on the big wheel from The Shining.
Employees.
I'm running a business with I don't know how many employees. Anywhere from 50 to 100 employees work here.
Yet your views are significantly below where they were during any other year since 2016. The potential inefficiency of this was also noticed by some of the sidemen.
So Krebelkov basically tweeted out saying that he spends on average 14 days and 14 editors to make one video.
14 days and 14 editors. Bro, I have literally just picked up like a third editor, and I feel that I've got too many employees.
Instantly, I'm thinking your team or your process is incredibly inefficient.
And while the one step back for two steps forward mentality is a great thing to have, something feels off with the numbers. Maybe you're just bragging about employing way more people than you actually do, and if this is the case, it's just another
I thought that was James Marriott then. I thought that was James Marriott. Literally, I just see anyone with like black hair and a beard, and I just instantly think it's James Marriott.
And if this is the case, it's just another piece of evidence for the previous point. Quit with the bragging. It's not necessary and adds no value to anything at any point in time. When you appeared on the...
I've noticed that with a lot of YouTuber companies though, they tend to hire so many people, and like half of them are just interns that do nothing. There was one company that me and some mates knew about that had like YouTubers, and we'd make fun of them for like just having so many employees that did nothing. We'd say that they'd like inspect the fabric of like someone's off-white shirt to make sure it was legit or something. Yeah, you always get so many like YouTubers that have so many like interns that get paid to do absolutely nothing just to make it look like there's a lot of things going on.
Watch Time podcast with Muselk, one very mature thing that you said was that you appreciate when your YouTuber friends call you out on things. So while I was probably a little bit harsh in this video, hopefully it can provide some genuine tough love feedback.
All right. I could probably watch the Mr. Breast one. I could probably watch the Mr. Breast one as well.
Oh, that's not good.
Hey guy, welcome back to the Millhouse cosplay I'll be doing for the rest of my life. Or, you know, just till my hair grows out. It seems like the past few months, artificial intelligence has become more and more prevalent. First, it was all those websites that generate images based on your descriptions, allowing your imagination to run wild. Like, this is Ronald McDonald storming Normandy Beach, and this is what jeans would look like if they were real. Technology's incredible. More recently, there was a YouTuber, Alan Pan, who made robot legs for a snake, thereby evening the playing field between snakes and humans. Impressive? Yes. But did they really need more help? Why don't we just give them guns while we're at it? But today I want to talk about something that has the potential to be even more terrifying than a reptilian cyborg, and it all started when I got this ad on Instagram like 12 times.
The thing I love most about Jasper is knowing when I've got an email to write or a longer piece for my website, that I can just get a few of the basic ideas down a bit and my thoughts down on paper, and that Jasper will pretty much do the rest and fill in what I'm thinking. It's amazing technology. I love using it almost every day.
Why is what appears to be the only ad they filmed some guy sitting in his car being like, you know, sometimes I don't even know what I'm thinking. So I ask the computer to tell me what I'm thinking, and usually they're right. There's something so off to me about this video, and I can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe it's the weird 2-second pause that every single one of them starts with.
The thing I love most about... The thing I love The thing
Hey, I was gonna edit it out, but the robot told me it would be more authentic if I left it in, so I did. They posted one of these with the caption, "Hate writing blog posts? This AI copywriting tool will do it 10 times faster." And it's like, I don't want to be mean, but if you hate writing blog posts, maybe you shouldn't have a blog. That's like saying, I love making music. I just hate singing and writing lyrics and playing any instruments and using audio programs. And honestly, I don't really like noise. Music's my passion. This is an objectively terrible advertisement for a product that probably took a lot of work and ingenuity to create. If it functions as advertised, there should be a million other ways to promote it rather than just filming the laziest video imaginable. The comments are ruthless, everybody hates it, this ad campaign was a disaster, so you bet your ass I will be trying this product.
Instantly before your eyes, watch Jasper write content for you. Since Jasper has read about 10% of the internet, he knows all about your niche and is trained by expert marketers to write emotional, persuasive copy.
I don't know if I like that we taught the robot to understand emotions. It's so weird because part of me sees this and thinks how cool and innovative. The people who came up with this are brilliant. But then the rest of me is like, I don't know. Remember that Will Smith movie? No, the other one? Maybe we shouldn't teach computers how to read and write.
I'm cutting out a lot of the legwork in the copywriting, which is staring at the blank page and wondering what the heck I'm going to write about.
Like, that's the thing. On one hand, there's something very dystopian about technology like this. It's a stark reminder that there are so many things humans seem to be uniquely capable of that could possibly be replicated by a computer program. But on the other hand, for like small scale individual use, it sounds like it could be pretty useful. As something of a writer myself, I would be lying if I said I wasn't intrigued to see it. I spend more time writing than I do any other part of the video making process. Part of the reason it takes me so long is because I happen to be the world's slowest writer. I'll have days where I spend 7 hours at my computer and type a single paragraph. This was today. So the thought of having something help me get to at least like a jumping off point as opposed to staring at a blank Google Doc for hours on end sounds kind of interesting. But then it also gets me thinking, how far can someone take this? How far have people taken this already? Could this thing write an entire YouTube video without anyone even noticing? Can it actually replicate human speech in a believable way? Can it write jokes? Is it funnier than me? Just so it's not in the back of your head while watching this, the twist at the end isn't gonna be like, surprise, the computer wrote this whole video, gotcha. Because that would be lame. I feel like that would make you trust me less, and this parasocial relationship is not gonna work if you don't trust me. It'll be obvious when we get to the parts that are computer generated. Everything else is my words. I came up with them. Unless I say something you disagree with, in which case it was the computer's fault. Don't blame me. They've got a demo here before you sign up, so let's see. Ninja from Fortnite meets his biggest fan and they become friends. Oh, I can do it in the voice of Joe Rogan? Hold on, let me take a hit of DMT before I read this. Ninja was in the middle of a game of Fortnite when he heard someone screaming his name. He turned to see a young kid running towards him, waving his arms and yelling with joy. Ninja was taken aback. He had never met one of his fans in person before. Okay, couple things already. First, where is he playing this game? Usually he just plays in his home, you know? So did this kid break in and start screaming his name behind him? That would be terrifying. Also, I like the idea that he's never met one of his fans in public before, despite being wildly famous and having neon hair. They struck up a conversation and soon became friends. The two would play together online every day and share laughs and secrets. Ninja even introduced the kid to some of his other gaming. It was an amazing experience for both of them, and they were grateful to have each other in their lives. I mean, it is a story. It's not that interesting of a story, but they wrote something. But let's try a different prompt. Scooby-Doo can't stop growing legs. Let's do rap artist, obviously. Scooby-Doo was always a little too curious for his own good. One day, while snooping around in the lab of his favorite scientist, Scooby stumbled on a mysterious serum. Without thinking any further, Scooby injected himself with the serum, and before he knew it, he was growing legs. At first, Scooby was terrified and didn't know what to do, but then he realized that with all these extra limbs, he could run faster than ever before. And so began Scooby's new career as a rap artist. Okay, I was wondering where that would come in. It wasn't really written in the tone of a rap artist. It was just like they used that for the twist ending. Honestly, that is pretty good. I like that better than the first one. There's some good little details in there, like, you know, a mysterious serum and The fact that they decided that having more legs means you can run faster now. So they show a few of the brands they've worked with, and this, gets me thinking about which company this service would work best for. Zillow and Airbnb make a lot of sense because of all the listing descriptions that are more or less identical. Beautiful oasis paradise, welcome home. And then you click on it and like all the bathrooms are outside. HarperCollins. Isn't that a book publishing company? It is. Does that mean all their books were written by robots? You're telling me a robot wrote the Polar Express? My favorite book and my favorite movie? It's kind of funny to me how often I have to confirm to them that I'm a person. Like, hey, our robot writes shit for humans, not other robots. If you're a robot, go generate your own damn blog. Robots hate each other, by the way. Also, I should be able to ask them the same question. Prove to me that you aren't a person. Because if Jasper is just this guy pretending, I'm gonna be pissed. The pricing is based on how many words you want to be able to use, so I'm just gonna do the cheapest one because I don't think I need that many. If you're curious, my last video, which was 40 minutes long, was only 8,000 words, so 50,000 should be plenty. Let's work our way up though. They do captions for like Instagram and TikTok. Let's say, hypothetically, I wanted to post a picture of me and Amanda sharing a hot dog from each end. What do I caption that? When you're both in the mood for a hot dog, but only have one burger emoji, #nom. I'm sorry, but I would jump out of a moving train before posting a picture with the #nom. One sausage, two loves, #hotdoggoals. Did they mean two lovers? Or are they saying, one, we love each other, and two, we love the hot dog? Davidson County, here we come, #Nashville. All right, that got off the rails fast. It's crazy how quick this thing will go from being in the ballpark to completely short-circuiting. Double the dogs, double the love. Okay, I mean, the whole point was that there's only one hot dog, but I'll allow it. You were close. And then the next one they gave me, read before you believe it. The surface world is but a dreamscape for those who awoken beyond it since 1984. What the fuck? Let's go back to the creative writing, because that was actually pretty fun. It is New Year's Eve, but the president just declared that no one is allowed to dance. A ragtag group of misfits band together to take down the US government and prove that dancing really does bring people together. Most of the characters die at some point. What? They're not gonna go down peacefully. It was the night of New Year's Eve, and as the ball dropped in Times Square, all anyone could think about was how they were gonna get their groove on. But then a terrible announcement came over the radio. The president had declared that no one was allowed to dance. It didn't take long for people to start getting upset. How are we supposed to have any fun without dancing? That's the only way. But the president wasn't backing down. He said that it was time for America to grow up and stop being so childish. So a group of misfits got together and decided to take down the government. They knew it wouldn't be easy, but they were determined to prove that dancing really does bring people together, and in the end, most of them died trying. Okay. It got off to such a good start, and then they were just like, and also everything you said. Let's see if we can get a better ending out of this. It was the last night of the year, but there was no dancing allowed. The president had made it clear nobody was to step foot on the dance floor until 2019. Cool, we're doing a period piece. But that didn't stop a group of misfits from coming together to take down the government. They were tired of being oppressed, tired of not being able to express themselves, so they came up with a plan. They would overthrow the government from the inside. They started by making noise and causing chaos at every opportunity. They graffitied walls, burned flags, and shouted slogans until their voices were hoarse. And when that didn't work, they turned to violence. Bombs went off in public places. Holy shit! I'm sorry, but how is that taking down the government from the inside? Doesn't doing it from the inside mean you like slowly infiltrate the government? You spend years gaining their trust until you have enough power to do something. This is the complete opposite of that. This is very much doing things from the outside. In the end, the rebels overthrew the government and established their own rule. Dancing was finally allowed again. Yeah, but at what cost? Half the nation is on fire right now. Millions are dead. and peace has finally been restored. It's definitely pretty good at expanding on what you put in with specific details, but you do have to give it something. Like if you just tell it to write you a funny story, it's gonna write you a story about a funny story, but it itself will not be funny. This one was quite the opposite, actually. It was about a court jester that was funny until he passed away, and everyone was so sad they didn't know what to do. Without the court jester's laughter, the kingdom was plunged into darkness. I mean, yeah, it's hilarious, but not the way it was supposed to be, you know? I've noticed it always defaults to giving you multiple outputs, even though it's usually downhill after the first one. I think part of the reason it defaults to giving you more than one is so they can use up more of your words faster. But I just asked them to come up with a bio for my company, which is of course pictureofhotdog.com. And the first one was great. And then the second one starts off the same, but then goes, with millions of shoppers and over 700,000 sellers, Poshmark brings together a vibrant community of people every day to express themselves and share their love of fashion. The company has made it so simple to sell your style that the Poshmark community uploads over $2 million worth of inventory into the marketplace every day, right from their own phones. What does that have to do with my website? I Googled it. This is an entire paragraph from PR Newswire, literally verbatim. So I don't think I'm allowed to use that. Accidental plagiarism aside, I decided I would use the first one they gave me, especially because half of it was what I had written. But then I got worried about overselling my website, so I made a few minor adjustments. So yeah, the long form stuff seems to be pretty good, but they've got a ton of niche features on here that serve almost no purpose. They've got one that's supposed to generate a winning name for your business or product. I tried doing one for my website, and they came up with Hot Dog Heaven, Hot Dog Fiesta, and then Hot Dog Heaven again. They must have been really proud of that one because they gave it to me 6 times. So then I described what the Jeremy Renner app used to be, and it turns out Jasper is almost exactly as creative as Jeremy himself. So I tried swapping him out for Vin Diesel, and they came up with Vin's app and Vin app. God, I'd kill to have an app that's exactly like Spotify, except the only music on it is both of Vin's songs.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I tried another section called Ridiculous Marketing Ideas, and most of what they suggested had almost nothing to do with what I put in. Like the very first suggestion to me was have Snoop Dogg rap for us. So it almost seems like they would have given that to me regardless of what I typed in. But you can't deny that it's a great idea, so I'll go ahead and shoot him an email. Launch an IPO. Yeah, I think people should be able to trade stock of my website. I gotta get my ass on the CNBC news ticker. Put a picture of a hot dog in front of the entire Oakland Raiders football team. Now this is gonna take my business to the next level. Ship the hot dog around the world in FedEx envelopes and a suitcase. And then what? Everybody takes a bite out of it and sends it back? And let me guess, the suitcase is filled with tasty condiments? Shut up. I feel like with something like this, the best case scenario is that it accidentally inspires a good idea because it said something so dumb it's funny. For example, purple hot dog, Chicago style. I don't know what that means, but I put it on my website. Got another section called Explain It to a Child, where you put something in and they're supposed to simplify it. You can even pick the grade level. How fun. Let's do fractals. I was just reading about fractals the other day, and let's say I need to explain this to a 3rd grader. Yeah, pretty much.